When Bill had his heart attack, no one suspected that the real culprit was the dish he ate every week. Have you ever considered that a simple seafood dish, one that seems completely harmless, could be quietly contributing to heart problems, joint pain, or even kidney issues without you even realizing it? Many people in the US grew up believing that anything from the ocean is healthy, especially after turning 60. But is that really true? Some popular seafood options might actually be sabotaging your health, little by little, while you think you're remaking the best choices for your vitality. Today, I'm going to share 4 types of seafood you should avoid to protect your joints, heart, and energy levels. And I'll also reveal 4 ocean superstars for anyone over 60 looking to boost their vitality. Stick with me until the end, because these tips go beyond the obvious and can help you make much smarter choices next time you at the store or farmer's market. Before we dive in, if staying healthy after 60 matters to you, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It really helps a lot. Now, let's understand where the problem starts. Just because something comes from the sea doesn't mean it's as good for everyone, especially after 60. As we age, our metabolism slows down, and certain foods can become silent traps. To illustrate this, I'll share 2 real-life stories you might even relate. Let's start with Bill, a 72-year-old from Florida. Bill loves seafood, especially calamari, which he orders every time he goes to his favorite restaurant. To him, it seemed like a healthy option, low in fat, high in protein. What Bill didn't know is that even though calamari feels light, it's loaded with cholesterol. Just 3 ounces less than half a cup contains over 65% of the recommended daily limit. After 60, our liver isn't as efficient at processing cholesterol, which can lead to hardened arteries and a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. Recent studies show that older adults who consume too much cholesterol have up to a 43% higher risk of arterial stiffening and a 31% increased chance of serious heart events. But that's not all. Calamari is also rich in purines, which the body turns into uric acid. When uric acid builds up in the joints, it causes inflammation and the painful symptoms of gout. That is why people already experiencing joint stiffness or discomfort might be making things worse without realizing it just by ordering this dish every week. And it's not just Bill who's at risk. Linda, a 69-year-old from Ohio, always enjoyed sushi with imitation crab, thinking it was a budget-friendly, healthy option. But surimi, the base for imitation crab, is actually a processed blend of fish, starch, sugar, salt, and coloring. The result? It spikes blood sugar almost as fast as white bread and contains over 700 milligrams of sodium per serving. For people with high blood pressure or blood sugar issues, this common habit can silently worsen their condition, and most have no idea. When I talk to people like Bill and Linda, I realize how easy it is to underestimate the impact of certain food choices. Many think avoiding fried foods or sweets is enough, but they forget that healthy-looking foods can sometimes be even more dangerous, especially after 60. Back to Bill's case. He started noticing he was more tired, and his test results showed rising cholesterol and blood pressure. The strange part? He thought it was all just part of aging. But after discussing it with his doctor and reviewing his diet, they discovered that his weekly calamari habit was directly contributing to his cholesterol spike and even worsening his joint pain. Here is something people rarely talk about: joint stiffness, that locked up feeling in the morning or when getting up, can definitely get worse with excess purines found in foods like calamari. Once Bill cut back on it, not only did his test results improve, but he also felt more energized for his beach walks. Now let's take a closer look at Linda's experience in Ohio. She's always been active and health conscious, but over time, she felt more bloated, had occasional dizziness and headaches, and noticed energy swings throughout the day. At a doctor's visit, she was asked to write down everything she ate, and the surprise came. The sushi she thought was harmless was pushing her daily sodium intake to dangerous levels. Just the surimi alone accounted for a third of the daily salt limit, not to mention the soy sauce. For people with high blood pressure or kidney issues, that much salt acts like fuel for hypertension flare-ups, fluid retention, and kidney strain, especially since our kidneys become less efficient with age. And don't think the risks stop there. Another seafood favorite, especially in upscale restaurants or weekend recipes, is scallops. Delicate and delicious, they come with a hidden danger. Scallops naturally contain cadmium, a heavy metal that can accumulate in the body and put extra strain on the kidneys. Unlike some other toxins, cadmium is present in the animal itself and doesn't go away with cooking. After 60, the kidneys process waste more slowly, and this buildup can lead to protein loss in the urine, fatigue, high blood pressure, and long-term kidney complications. What's more, many people choose scallops for their supposed omega-3 benefits, but in reality, scallops are quite low in these healthy fats. They provide only about 30 milligrams per 100 grams FAR, less than oysters or mussels, for example. Overlooking these details can take a serious toll on your health. The symptoms creep in slowly. More fatigue, unexplained aches, fluctuating blood pressure, and it's easy to blame it all on aging. But that's not always the case. Many of these issues are directly linked to what you put on your plate. Now, there is one seafood item that tends to divide opinions, but is a staple in many American meals: shrimp. Whether at parties, in quick dishes, or as part of a chilled cocktail, shrimp is often seen as a light, almost neutral snack, but appearances can be deceiving. After 60, eating shrimp can be a real setback for those trying to maintain heart health and energy levels. Here's why. Even small portions of shrimp contain nearly 180 milligrams of cholesterol. For those with any degree of arterial stiffness or a slower metabolism, that's a big load for the body to handle. Recent studies following thousands of people over 60 found that consuming more than 300 milligrams of cholesterol per day is linked to a 35% higher risk of stroke and a 24% increase in heart disease. Shrimp alone, even when not fried, can take up a large chunk of that daily limit, but that's not the end of it. Shrimp contains a protein called tropomyosin, which becomes harder to digest as we age. It's common to hear from people who never had allergies before, but start experiencing itching, red patches, or even digestive discomfort after eating shrimp in later life. The immune system becomes less tolerant, and digestion isn't as efficient as it once was. There's another detail that often gets overlooked. Even when cleaned, shrimp shells leave behind traces of chitin, a compound that's hard to break down, especially for those with sensitive digestive systems or a history of sluggish digestion. Many people report bloating, gas, or discomfort shortly after eating shrimp, especially if it wasn't prepared properly. To make matters worse, a large portion of the shrimp sold in American supermarkets is farm-raised, often imported from countries where antibiotics banned in the US are still used. Even small amounts of these residues can disrupt gut bacteria, weaken the immune system, and interfere with metabolism, slowing digestion and increasing the risk of food sensitivities. In other words, that healthy shrimp might actually be working against your well-being, especially if you're already feeling the natural effects of aging. With so many hidden risks in popular seafood, one big question comes up. Is there any seafood that actually helps protect your joints, strengthen your heart, and boost energy after 60? The answer is yes. But the key lies in choosing wisely and preparing it the right way. After all these warnings, you might be wondering if it is still possible to enjoy the benefits of seafood without harming your health. The good news is, absolutely, but it all depends on smart choices and proper cooking methods. Now, it's time to turn things around. Let me show you the 4 best seafood options for anyone over 60 looking to improve mobility, energy, and cardiovascular health. First up, let me introduce a lesser-known but incredibly promising food: sea cucumber. It might sound exotic, but don't let the name or appearance throw you off. Sea cucumber is widely used in Asian cuisine and is starting to gain popularity in natural food markets across the U.S. Its secret lies in its makeup. It's rich in natural collagen, chondroitin sulfate, and anti-inflammatory compounds that directly support joint health. Research shows that regular consumption can reduce joint pain by up to 35% and improve flexibility in just a few weeks. For those who've tried chondroitin supplements, it's worth noting that the version found in sea cucumber is more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs it more efficiently. A helpful tip: soak it and cook it slowly to preserve its gelatinous texture, which is a good sign of its collagen content. Another excellent option is the green-lipped mussel, native to New Zealand, but now available in specialty stores and even as a supplement powder in the US. If you can't find the New Zealand variety, fresh mussels still offer great benefits. What makes green-lipped mussels stand out is a specific type of omega-3 called ET, which blocks enzymes responsible for joint pain. Clinical studies show that older adults who take extracts from these mussels daily experience a 42% reduction in joint pain and up to a 35% improvement in mobility and overall quality of life. And there's more. Mussels are packed with minerals like zinc, iron, selenium, and iodine, all crucial for maintaining a strong immune system, a sharp mind, and a healthy metabolism as you age. The best way to prepare them? Steamed with a bit of garlic and parsley to preserve their full nutritional value. The third seafood powerhouse that deserves the spotlight is oysters. While many people think of oysters as a fancy appetizer, they're actually a potent natural supplement. Just 2 medium oysters provide your full daily requirement of zinc, a mineral essential for immune health, wound healing, and even mental clarity. And since zinc absorption decreases with age, older adults who don't get enough from food may feel more tired, get sick more often, and take longer to recover from small injuries. In addition to zinc, oysters are rich in vitamin B12 and selenium, both of which support nerve health, thyroid function, and metabolism. Deficiencies in these nutrients common after 60 are linked to brain fog, fatigue, and slower thinking. Finally, there's a marine treasure that's still underappreciated: sea moss, also known as Irish moss. Unlike the others, this is a marine vegetable rather than an animal, but its benefits are impressive. Packed with over 90 minerals, including magnesium, potassium, iron, and selenium, sea moss provides highly bioavailable nutrients that are ideal for those who struggle with absorption as they age. I noticed these differences even in my own family, and it became clear: rethinking your choices at the seafood counter or at a restaurant can truly change your quality of life after 60. The options I've shared here go far beyond trendy fads or miracle promises. These are well-researched, proven foods for anyone who wants more vitality without giving up the joy of eating well. Sea moss, for instance, has become a favorite for people with busy schedules who struggle with low energy. Its secret lies in its rich gel-like fiber, which soothes the digestive tract, nourishes good gut bacteria, and helps your body absorb other nutrients more efficiently throughout the day. Many people report improved digestion, better skin hydration, and even reduced joint pain. It's easy to prepare. Just soak for up to 24 hours, blend into a gel, and add to smoothies, teas, or soups. Just don't boil it, as heat can reduce its benefits. If your goal is to strengthen your joints and improve mobility, sea cucumber and green-lipped mussels are nearly unbeatable allies. Alongside easing joint stiffness, they deliver key minerals that are increasingly hard to get in adequate amounts from a modern diet. A plate of steamed mussels with good seasoning or a serving of fresh oysters can make a real difference in your daily energy. The main takeaway isn't to cut seafood out of your diet, but to learn how to distinguish between what silently harms your body and what truly supports graceful aging. mental clarity, and lightness. Reducing or eliminating calamari, imitation crab, scallops, and shrimp is a powerful first step toward protecting your heart, joints, and kidneys. At the same time, trying lesser-known options like sea moss, oysters, or mussels can not only boost your health, but also rekindle your enjoyment of food. If you know someone who's always complaining about joint pain, digestive issues, or constant fatigue, share this video with them. The right information at the right time can make all the difference. And remember, before making any major changes to your diet, talk to a trusted healthcare provider. Every body is different, and personalized guidance is always the safest path. To sum it up, choose fresh foods, stick to simple preparations, and pay attention to where your seafood comes from. By prioritizing options that truly support your health, you may start noticing more energy, less pain, and a renewed sense of well-being in no time. Have you noticed any changes in your body after switching up the seafood in your routine? Share your experience in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Every week, our channel brings you practical, science-based tips to help you live better after 60. Your participation is key to helping more people discover the power of smart, mindful eating.